in West Fargo, North Dakota. We have Audrey and Ryan, Tim, Jacob, Cindy, Richard, Dennis, Sarah, and Steve at the feature table. I have all new equipment. I changed it between flights 1C and 1D in the commentary booth, so we're going to see how this works out. Here's Audrey, chip leader with 61,900 chips. All right. All right, tell this guy he cannot have food at my table. Richard, you know better. Richard and Audrey both play in my bar league in Minnesota, and they won their way into this feature table. Now, Richard did not make it back from break in time. He folded queens. He doesn't know it yet. He's not going to know it till he watches the stream. Audrey called 400. Richard folded his queens because he wasn't at the table. Action's now on Ryan in the 6th seat. He made a point to tell me, I'm the button when we move tables. I said, yes, you are, sir. So Richard's going to finish his snack that he had on break. Then we've got, okay. Hold on just a second. I need to go fix the cameras. These cameras are supposed to be automatically moving when it's on the action, when the action's on the player, and for some reason it didn't. It's stuck on Audrey, and as much as I want to sit and watch Dennis and Audrey, I need to see everybody, so I'm going to have to go check this out really quickly after this hand. Okay, I switched the camera just to make sure the camera's working, and oh, it looks like, did I just, actions on Sarah. Okay. I'm not quite positive if it's working correctly. We're going to find out. Steve, a good friend of mine, Steve Belland in the 8th seed, has discovered pineapple mimosas this morning. Sarah flops the absolute stone nuts. Steve flop bottom 2 pair. Oh, this can get bad. Oh my goodness. Now Sarah's got 20K, Steve's got 13K. This is just a cooler situation. He has 3 outs. He needs a deuce or a 5 to fill up. Oh, this is, I feel bad for Steve. He's it's so hard. If you, what do you do with bottom 2 on this board? Does she just have the ace and the draw, or does she have a small flush, or does she have a pair? Does she have a set? How good is bottom 2 pair? All the stuff he's got to put together. I don't want to be Steve right now. Bottom 2 pair, she just raised you 5,000. Yeah, he's looking at it. Yeah, she's got me covered. Is this my tournament? Do I want to go out on hand 2 of the feature table? Oh man. Let it go, Steve. Oh boy. Great flop for Sarah. She just called from small blind versus big blind. And yeah. He's trying to think, what can I really beat? Is she betting with an ace 10, ace of clubs? I can beat that if I dodge a club or a 9 or a 10 or another ace. This is very difficult. Yeah, what are the blinds? 200, 400, and I'm putting in 7,000 now with bottom 2. This is tough, Steve. I think he's going to do it.
I don't know what I'm doing. I truly don't. I'm being stupid. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not being exaggerated. The whole table calls.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He said the whole table would snap call with 2 pair, but he's putting the pieces together. I think he's going to get away from it. I think he really can get away from it. He's looking at Ryan like, what do I do? I got 2 pair, and Ryan's going, let's get on to the next hand. Don't talk about your hand, Steve. You're going to get a penalty.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not calling. I'm calling.
Yep. That's accurate.
The other night, I just did the opposite. The guys that stream this table right here know what I'm talking about because I folded and it was the wrong move.
Oh, don't talk yourself into a call, Steve. Let it go. Fold again. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's like, I can't be good. You do have 9% if you accidentally, if you call, you can hit a deuce or a 5 for a full house. No. 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 Oh, he did call. Blind versus blind. How does Sarah not raise pre-flop with ace-queen suited is the real question. And then Steve hits bottom 2, overbets a pot, trying to get her off a flush draw. Doesn't know. She flopped the nut flush. She just calls. He fires again on the turn. She raises. And now he's in really bad shape. He's been thinking for about 6 minutes. He's going, if I call 5, I have 8 left. I just shove it all in, or do I let it go? 400 big, 400 big. Big blind is 400. She's got 30 plus. Good fold. Good fold. Shows the 2 pair. Is she going to show the ace queen suited? And we don't know. But I thought he would. So there's 19 minutes left on the clock with a 30-minute starting time. So that the first hand was just a couple seconds. That second hand was almost 10 minutes. That was big. Yeah, Ryan's run. That would have been a big call. You know, that's tough. Glad I didn't have to do it. My girl Audrey. Dennis folds first. Audrey with the ace deuce suited makes the call. Dennis folds. I think Dennis was not there for the instructions on you have to put the cards over the number so that the players at home can see it. This is an RFID table that stands for radio frequency identification. And the cards go over that antenna so that you can read what the cards are so the players at home can see it. Now Cindy flops 2 pair, top and bottom, and Ryan flops middle pair with a flush draw. I think it's going to be very hard for Ryan to fold. So Cindy bets 1,600. Ryan raises it to 3,600. Cindy calls with 2 pair. All in. Ooh, put him to the test. This is tough. He's got middle pair, flush draw. Wow, this is tough. He's going to ask for a count. It's going to be 24,000 out of his 35,000. Now, man, these guys are putting them to the test early in the feature table. This is hand 3, guys. I'm going to fold middle pair flush, and Cindy won't show him. That makes me believe Sarah didn't show him either. All right, Audrey's still at the top with 61,000. See, Richard wasn't taught how to do that yet. You're going to have to teach him that. My boy Dennis in the 1 seat, he doesn't know how computers work. And Steve, with his newfound love of pineapple mimosas, will have to be told every hand, put your cards in the box. 16,000 from Steve. That's a 4x raise. Cindy's not going anywhere with ace queen and all those chips. Dennis will fold it. Audrey, I see Audrey folding. I would probably call here because I love suited connectors like the 6-10 of clubs, And she does call. All right. She had a discount. She was already in for 400, so it only cost her another 1,200. Now with the big blind ante, she might have felt like she was in for 800 because it's 400 ante and 400 for the big blind.
10 bets, 25.
Now 10 with the best hand and no draw leads out, and that's going to get a fold from Audrey. Now we're on Steve. He's thinking, I've got Jack 7. So I raise pre-flop. I should have the range advantage, and I'm going to fold now because Cindy just led out, and I really can't do anything with this chip stack. 15 minutes, and we've played 3 hands. These guys are just battling early. This is level 5. We started at 5 o'clock. Registration is still open until the next break in 2 hours. We will play 12 levels today, bag up our chips, and come back in the morning with the players who bagged in 1A yesterday at 10 a.m., 1B yesterday at 5 p.m., and 1C this morning at 10 a.m. I'm just looking at Richard here, who does not know he's supposed to put his cards over that box. Heidi's behind him right there at the action tracker. She's got to tell him that. Richard, you have to teach him because he doesn't know what that means. Oh, like this? There we go. Oh, king, king. Richard with the king, king. That's my guy. I know his family's watching. I helped his wife send out a group text to them. Richard and Audrey, if I didn't mention it, I think I did. Richard and Audrey and Dennis all play in my bar poker league and won their $150 seat plus a hotel room to this game, along with several other people who have bagged yesterday. We've got Josh and Wayne, who won at the same time Richard did. They both bagged earlier. Josh, I think, has 99,000, and Wayne has, I think, 94,000. So a good showing from thepokerfreeroll.com if you want to check it out on the web, or Facebook, The Poker Free Roll. We got Tim called with pocket 5s.
7 bets.
Jacob raises
18.
to 1,800 with ace-jack offsuits. The mystery Steve folded 9. Sarah,
1 fold.
she's set minded with pocket 3s.
2 fold.
Everybody else is going to get out of the way, and then we're going to be 3-handed. Now, Tim, he's a dealer for the 7-1 Poker Tour. He came in Thursday night, Thanksgiving, when I was setting everything up, and ran a little test game with me. I appreciate that, Tim. And he's now at the feature table. Jacob, who raised, flops bottom pair, best kicker, which is by far the best hand. And he has what we call the range advantage, meaning since he raised pre-flop, this flop should have hit his range better than 2 players who called him. He continues, and it works out for him. Good job, Jacob. $200, $400 with a 400 big blind ante. We're going to be at this table for another hour and 41 minutes. Steve with 12,000, which is still 30 big blinds. He's short stacked, but he's still got 30 big blinds, which is plenty for him to work with. Ryan makes it back to the seat just in time.
6 fold. 7 fold. 8 fold. 9 fold. 10 fold.
Dennis with the ace king. He's going to open, and it's going to be fairly large. 15.
15.
Yep.
2 fold.
1,500. And
3
Richard, let me tell you a secret. You need to put your cards over that box every hand. Every hand, Richard. Ace king against ace queen. Now, to be fair to Richard, like I said, he wasn't back to his seat. He's going to lose all his chips. They're going to get in a battle. I don't think either one of them is going to fold ace king and ace queen on an ace high flop. He needs to hit a queen and a queen only. I mean, he can get 4-4 or 8-8. Man, nope. He's just going to lose every chip he puts into the pot right now if that queen doesn't come out. And it doesn't, so now he's got 2 pair with the queen kicker, and he's value betting. He thinks he's got the best hand, and Dennis did not show any aggression. He could have got all of Richard's chips. That was a fortunate for Richard that Dennis played that as slow as he did. I play top pair, top kicker a lot faster than that. And was that Heidi that just walked over and told Steve, put your cards on your box, please? All right, let's see if he does it. And he did not. A lot of nothing. 4-3, 4-2, king 6. Sarah's raising to 800. A min raise with the queen 10 suited. It's going to clear out the field until no, Richard called with king jack. And Ryan is priced in now, getting $6-1 on his money. And nobody hits it. I think Sarah needs to just continue on any board in this situation. I don't know why I have the ghost of the cameras in the background.
3 folds, 6 folds.
All right. I wonder if we're stuck again. Let me go press some buttons and see if that moves around. Okay, I feel like there's something wrong with my ATEM Blackmagic mixer, video mixer. I just pressed a button on it and then it started working again. So I'm not positive what that hardware glitch is, but Steve, I need to see your cards. You're not making it fun for us at home. Mark Larson says easy fold with bottom 2. I'm sure it is. Dennis with 82 big blinds just folds the pocket 4s there. You know, he was set mining also. Dennis and Richard. Why is it my guys who don't know that trick?
1 fold. 2 folds. 3 folds. 5 folds. 6 folds.
Richard spent Thanksgiving with his family. He had a 5-hour drive this morning. He's going to be playing till just about midnight, hopefully. 12 half-hour levels and 3 15-minute breaks. Steve's got the queen deuce. He's in the big blind, so he's put in 400. He owes another 1,300. Against a small blind, what are the chances the small blind is squeezing here? What are the chances the small blind is just making a move? You really don't have enough chips to keep him honest anyway. It's just a pretty easy fold. He's thinking about it, doing some math. He's just crushed though. He needs a whole bunch of diamonds or a deuce. If a queen comes out, he's in very bad shape. This is just a pretty easy fold for Steve. Yes, he got there. If I had 100 more, I would have done it, he said. If I had 100 more, I would have done it. I don't know what kind of math he's using. I would have a hard time calling with 100 more or even 1,000 more. But he knows some stuff that I don't know, I'm sure. John and Heidi, the husband and wife, running the feature table. John's dealing, Heidi's doing Action Tracker. They do a phenomenal job. They've been doing it for the last 2 days, and they'll come back tomorrow and finish it off. Tim now with pocket queens.
One fold. Two calls. Three folds.
It's going to go to 5.
5 bets. 12.
1,200.
6 folds. 7 folds.
He's not going to get any action. Oh, he is. I just saw Steve had the ace queen. He was delayed in putting it on the box, but he is going to get. This might be the hand, 13K, and I can't blame him for that at all. He's only got 3 outs with an ace, but it just might be the time when I'm going to decide to put in my last. Yep. It's going in. Good luck, Steve. We're fingers crossed hoping an ace comes out. Nothing against Tim, but I want to keep Steve around a little bit longer. Jack 7's going to fold. Jack 9's going to fold. Tim's going to snap call, fist pump, high fives, and he needs to run pure and not run into an ace.
5 call.
Okay, Steve sees the bad news. Let's see if the deck can save him now. Okay, Audrey would have had the flush draw. Steve does have backdoor clubs, and now that he doesn't, and there's no ace. That's the last one. Steve Belland, good friend of mine from the Bagley area, eliminated. He's going to make his way to the bar. He really had no choice on that one. I think ace queen short stacked. Yeah, you got to just get in there. It didn't work out for him that time, but he's no stranger to the final table or winning these things. So he'll probably go jump in that $100 turbo on the other side of the room. The leaderboard just showed Steve in 9th place. He was in 9th place at this table. We got a long ways to go before we hit 9th place.
1 folds. 2 calls. 3 folds.
Now playing with Audrey, she limps too much. She wants to see the flop too much. She does not raise enough, and she does not fold enough. She likes to just see the flops. So we'll see if these players can pick up on that, take advantage. Cindy, on the other hand, likes to raise. Now she's got the better hand, obviously, but see here where Audrey limps and then calls with an ace. She's going to be in bad shape when ace hits because it's going to be hard for her to get away from it. Similar to Dennis and Richard earlier when it was ace king against ace queen and they flopped that ace. Well, the 7 hits. Now Audrey has top pair, top kicker. I would hope she raises right now. Take some equity away. She's way ahead. Now Cindy needs a king. I would like Audrey to raise. Make it 4,000. Oh, no, that's the, oh, whoops. Wow. Okay. She must have put Cindy on a pair higher than 7s and was hoping to hit her ace when she actually hit the only card that would help her. Oh, just as I was saying, Audrey calls too often, she folds. Audrey, they're going to tease you about that when you get back to Roseau Monday night or Tuesday night, whatever night you play. So she's going to call with a king jack.
5 fold. 6 fold. 7 fold. 9 fold.
I thought Audrey had the king jack of diamonds. I'm not sure why it went away now. Okay, that's an 8-8-4. Cindy's going to check from the small blind. Dennis is going to check. Audrey's just going to lead out. I like this bet, regardless of what she has. I don't even know what she has. If she does have the king jack of diamonds, or if she has anything, that's a good bet when 2 people check to you. Let's just pick up the pot with no contest. Well played, Audrey. You messed up that last one, though. There's some activity in the outer tables. I'm not sure what's going on. We are in flight 1D of the Red River Valley Poker Championship, hosted by the 701 Poker Tour in West Fargo. And it's a $150 buy-in.
10 fold.
You are allowed 1 re-entry throughout the 4 flights. North Dakota charitable gaming laws limit you to $300 per tournament. So they do $150 with 1 re-entry. Now, in the background right now, they are having a $100 tournament, a turbo, with 20-minute levels instead of 30-minute levels, and I'm quite sure they're going to take out some of those levels. This structure right now is really too good for a $150 tournament. It's a 2-day tournament. The structure is really too good, but they're very successful. They're doing really, really well at it. Ryan called 600 with 6-9. Audrey raised it to 1,200. Ryan called again, and then Audrey bet the flop. Ryan's going to call with middle pair. Audrey, I think, is going to give up now. No, she's not. 2,000. That's a good bet. Did Ryan call that one too? Ace or a queen. Oh, Ryan. Audrey gets saved by the deck. Just another 2,000. If you were, yeah. Wow. Ryan says, "Yep, you got there." Yep. Yeah. Oh. That was a tough one. Ryan played that. He played that well. He was just letting her bet at it the whole time. He got unfortunately for him, he got unlucky at the end, and Audrey picked up another big pot. I'd like to talk to her and find out how she got that 66,000 chips. 25K starting stack. I want to see Richard do something. Dennis, Audrey, and Richard. If I talk a lot about these 3 guys, it's because I brought them with, for the most part. They played in my game, and they won their way into this tournament, so I really want to see them do well. They're over from central Minnesota, and it's really nice for them to travel 2-3 hours to get over here and play. So here's Richard. He's in for 600. He's going to call 600 more with 8-9 suited offsuit, which is definitely the worst hand right now, but he's up against ace, king, queen, and jack.
3 players.
5, 9, 10. Ryan's got the flush draw. Cindy's got an open ender. Richard has bottom pair, or middle pair, excuse me.
3 folds.
Yep, he got away from it.
6 calls.
These two are going to tangle, especially if we see let's say an 8 or a king. 8 of diamonds would be really bad. A jack, and Cindy improves to a jack, which gives her the best hand. Ryan's like, I got ace king, is that any good? It's not. Oh man, I was good the whole way. Another hand where Ryan gets sucked out on the river. That one he really couldn't have played any differently. She was open-ended and betting at it. He had the nut flush draw. He could have jammed. She might. I don't know Cindy well enough to know if she would have called an all-in jam with nut flush draw. But if she does and you miss, she wins anyway. So I think he might have just lost the minimum. He didn't have to call off that river bet when he missed with just ace king high, but she priced him in, and that was a let me just pay you and see what you have type of call. I don't think he expected to win the hand, but he was just buying information. And I think Cindy and Sarah are both new to the table. They just came in right before break, so he doesn't have a lot of information, which might be why he went ahead and paid her off, just to see how she does. Sarah makes it 1,500. Cindy's got a pair, and it's hard to make a pair, so she's going to come along. Dennis and Audrey and Richard are all going to fold.
3 fold.
Tim's going to fold the big blind.
5 fold.
And it's heads up against Sarah and Cindy.
2 players.
7-7 queen. Sarah outflops Cindy, and Cindy snap folds. She really didn't want to see any flop that did not have a 3 in it. Blinds are up now, 300, 600 with a 600 ante. I don't know if the clock is updated. It shows 56 entries for Flight 1D. I think we had 53 in 1A, 83 in 1B, 88 in 1C. So we're looking at almost 300 entries. $40,000 prize pool, something like that. That'll be fun tomorrow for a $150 buy-in. Jacobs under the gun makes it 1,600 with the ace 8.
9 calls. 10 fold. 1 fold.
Sarah's got the king 10 suited and comes along, folds around to Tim with the small blind. He lets it go, Ryan lets it go, we're heads up. Ace 8 versus king 10 suited.
2 players.
Got the 6-4 deuce, which does nothing for anyone. But Jacob's got the best hand, and
9 fold.
he bet pre-flop, so he just continued and picked up the pot. That's a nice way to pick up chips. Now you can watch this stream on YouTube, Facebook Live, or twitch.tv/thefeaturetable. And leave a comment. I'll say hi when I see it. I'm 15 minutes behind you. So when you post something, I won't see it for another 15 minutes. Let's take just a second to talk about our sponsors. Randy's Diner, Heidi, Rogan Camp. And Randy's 2 is under construction and coming in West Fargo, I think, February. We've got Jennifer's from the Tax Lady and Jack Seaman from Mindak are the 3 main sponsors of this event, the Red River Valley Poker Championship. Jacob's in the big blind with the ace queen. He's going to like that. Sarah's going to make it 2,000 with the queen 10 suited under the gun. It's going to fold around to Jacob and a 3-bet in the big blind. Nope, he's just going to come along. Deuce 7-8. It's going to be check, bet, fold. Nope, check, check. We're heads up. You did it correctly, Heidi. That's why you're the best. Heidi's running the action tracker. She thought she messed up, but she didn't. Now Jacob's going to take the lead. 2,600 chips, and Sarah's going to let it go now. Another nice little pickup for Jacob. All right. I'm going to go check on something. Be right back. Okay, I'm back just in time to see Sarah flop middle set versus Jacob's ace 10. Now Jacob raised to 2,800. Sarah 3-bet. Jacob called. Jacob misses the flop, and Sarah picks up a nice pot. 16 minutes left in level 6. We've got these guys for another hour and 16 minutes. Audrey still at the top. Richard down at the bottom with 16,000, which is 27 big blinds. So don't worry about him just yet.
2 calls, 3 folds, 5 folds, 6 calls, 7 folds, 9 calls, 10 calls, 2, 1 checks, 10 check start, 1 checks, 2 checks, 6 checks, 9 bet 600, 10 calls, 1 folds, 2 calls. I'm going to do another 6 raises, 22. 9, 10 fold, 2 folds.
Kicked out the girls. Yeah, all 3 of us.
Tim's going to raise it up with the ace jack. Probably make it about 1,600.
5 bets, 14.
14.
6 folds.
I like him sizing down just a little bit. Jacob's going to, I expect a 3-bet from Jacob. He's going to probably make it
7 raises,
34,
34.
another 2,000 on top. That's going to clear out the rest of the field where Sarah and Audrey and Dennis with their suited connectors might have called 14, but now they're going to all fold. And it's back to Tim. It could go any way with this. He might just fold. Okay, he's going to call the 2,000.
5 calls. 2 pairs.
Okay. Tim's got some backdoor flush draws. And that's it. He's got his 3 jacks and then he needs club. So this is going to be a check, bet, fold situation. Really hard to continue with ace jack. Yep, good fold, Tim. Jump in the Facebook chat and let me know what you guys want to talk about. The feature table. Richard has middle pair. Nobody else really has anything, but now Tim picked up the queen. Puts 3 hearts on the board. Dennis is checking to see if he had a heart. No, he doesn't. He's got a diamond.
2 checks, 3 checks.
Audrey's just waiting to fold. She could get a 5 for a straight, but it's going to check around to Tim, who's going to bet with his second pair. Tim's never playing. Dennis is not playing. Nope. Audrey was waiting to fold a long time ago, and Richard's going to let it go also.
Like, what just happened?
I'm gonna deal myself in.
There you go. Wait, I know. What happened there? You knew that was gonna happen at some point in time. Keep it covered.
6 fold. 7 fold.
Sarah's going to open up with the ace king. I think 1,600. She likes to size it up a little bit.
Bet 16.
1,600 it is.
1 fold.
And she's losing everybody in this one. Not that it's a bad thing, but she's just going to pick up the blinds and ante and have add 1,500 to her stack.
3 is 6. You get 7 back. That's it. I would like to work for this game.
She shows her ace king. She might need to steal later and want that tight reputation that she's only opening with the ace king.
See? Look at that great big. Hey, if we don't draw on the past, no. Oh, we do. Yeah, I know.
Tim said my beer is way over there. It is. This is a computer that looks like a poker table, I tell players. This is not a picnic table. This is a poker table. Leave your drinks. I set a table out for them. So they leave their drinks and food, if they have any, at the little side table, and I don't allow them at my feature table. I get very crabby if somebody spills on this.
1 call.
Dennis limps in with the king queen from the hijack. Audrey's going to call with jack 10 on the cutoff. Richard folds, Tim folds. Ryan in the big blind. I thought he was going to say, dang, I'm getting 6 to 1 on my money. 8 to 1 on my money. Ace 4-5. Jacob flops the best hand. Audrey has some backdoor possibilities, but really nothing. A bet is going to win this hand for Jacob. Dennis is out. Audrey is out.
2 folds.
Well played, Jacob.
I thought you were looking for a straight.
No, I didn't have that small card.
Jacob is by far the most aggressive player at the table. I've got stats that show everything. Jacob 41%, Dennis 15%.
You like the hardware,
Pre-flop raising. Jacob's up here at 28%. Ryan down to 4%. So Jacob's getting after it. Ryan lost that big pot earlier,
1 fold. 2 fold.
which kind of slowed him down, I think.
3 fold. 5 fold. 6 call. 7 check.
Deuce tray, nobody raised. Let's check out a flop. And
6 check. 7 check.
Cindy flops middle set with no spade. She doesn't know nobody has a spade, so she doesn't have to worry about the flush.
6 folds.
But Ryan's out, Jacob's out. It's scary to flop middle set on a 3-suit board.
One fold. Two call. Three fold. Five fold. Six bet 16. Seven fold. Nine fold. Two calls. Two checks, six checks. Two bets, 2,000.
Wow. I just looked up. I was answering a message. Audrey and Ryan both flopped aces. Audrey needs an 8 or a 6 to chop it up. She needs a 3 to win. She doesn't get it. The 9 kicker is going to play.
2,000.
Anything above a 9, Audrey could have chopped it. Nope, I'm wrong.
Two calls.
She needed a 6 or an 8 or a 3. Oh. That was unfortunate for Audrey. Audrey, when you flop 3 aces, that's not right. She's still the leader. Over 50,000, 88 big blinds. If Ryan knew she had an ace also, he could have got a full double. He didn't want to blow her off because he was so strong. I'm really surprised she didn't raise at all. Dennis
One fold.
lets it go.
Two fold. Three fold.
Tim with the A7 going to make it 1,400 again.
Five bets, 16.
Oh, 16 though. He did come up a little bit more.
Seven folds. Nine folds.
He might have seen everybody else raising to 16 and didn't want to feel left out. I like Cindy's call with a suited connectors. Now she flops a gut shot.
Five bets, 2,000.
2,000 might just price her out of it. It was half the pot.
10 folds.
Yep, that was a good fold. That means blinds are up 400, 800. Next hand, this hand we're still in the 3-6 level. Richard bumped a camera as he walked by. But he has figured out the put your hand over the board trick.
Five folds. Six calls. Seven calls. Nine folds. 10 calls. One checks.
A lot of limping in here. All black cards. I'll bet you the flop is going to be red. No, 2 blacks and a red. Ryan's flopped the flush draw.
That's 12.
Cindy flopped top pair. Dennis is out of it. Jacob has a gut shot, but I don't think he's going to play.
6 calls.
Cindy and Ryan have tangled a couple of times that we've seen, and they were playing together before they came to the feature table.
10 checks.
Ryan has lots of outs to get that
6
flush.
bets 12. 10 calls.
Check in the dark.
6 bets. 28.
It's just a straight bluff. Do you believe he had a king? This, ooh. I think Cindy calls. No, she shows the queen and folds. All right. And Ryan kind of smirks to himself. Got away with one there. Plan A was she folds. Plan B was he get a club. And he didn't get a club, so we went back to plan A, make her fold.
Huh? Button is on 10.
Buttons on 10.
Not yet.
Dealer said 4. It's always right. Dealer's always right.
So you're first keeping blind.
3 fold. 5 fold.
Ace King for Sarah is the only real hand.
6 fold. 7 fold.
She's going to make a 16, and everybody's going to fold. Audrey might get sticky. She's in the big blind. She's already got 1,600 in there.
10 fold.
It's going to go fold, fold. Audrey might put in 800 more with the queen 10. Yep.
2 calls.
I don't hate that at all.
2 players.
Now she's just going to have to check fold.
2 checks.
Sarah's going to continue for, let's say, 18, 2,000,
Bet
or 16 again. I thought she might have gone up a little bit more, but she bet 16, and it really doesn't matter because Audrey has missed everything, and she's going to fold. Yeah, she didn't like folding, but she's going to.
They should be lazy.
Richard might just,
5, 6,
well,
7
Dennis will
fold.
call with
9
the
fold.
ace 7, and Richard has the ace 6. Likely to be chops most of the time, but Cindy's in the cutoff with suited connectors, and she's going to make the call.
1 call.
Cindy's
2 call.
Dennis
3 check.
calls. Audrey came along from the small blind. We've got four-way action.
4 players.
6, 9 deuce. Richard flops middle pair and the best hand. Cindy has a gut shot with an 8 hitting.
10 bet 16.
She bet 16. Dennis is going to let it go. Audrey is going to let it go. And I hope Richard calls with middle pair, but I don't know if he will, and he doesn't. He says middle pair is just not enough to play, and Cindy's much more experience than my 3-bar league players. She doesn't need a hand to pick up the pot. Great show of aggression. I think she's really identified her spot. She's got these 3 on her left. If it folds to her, she can limp in with anything and just pick up the pot when they check it to her.
6 folds, 11 folds.
Tim in the big blind with the ace queen. Audrey on the button with the ace jack. Richard king 10. Everybody's got a little something something. Basically Dennis is folding. Richard, Tim, and Sarah. Audrey. Sarah makes it 1800 with 5-6 suited. I like it. Audrey's going to call. Richard's going to call. And Tim, with all this action, I think he's just going to call. He would like to isolate, but it's really scary when there's a raise and 2 calls. And, you know, let's just see a flop now. Ace-queen is too good to fold. We got the 5, 6, 7. Sarah, just like a genius, flops 2 pair. It's going to check around. Sarah's going to continue. Nope, she checked. She's playing it slow. She says, I have all of this flop. I'm going to let him catch up. Now she has a flush draw. She adds a flush draw to her 2 pair. And Richard could get a spade. But Audrey's drawing almost dead. But she's got that pretty ace jack. She might just...
9. Yes. 3 players, 4 players, 5 calls. 2, 3, 5, 9 are in.
We need a spade. That looks like a spade.
3 bets, 2,000.
Yes, it is.
Folds.
5 called. No, 5 folds. Now Sarah went from 2 pair to... She loses to a straight. She loses to a flush.
9 bets, 8,000.
Richard's going to call off, and that's just a gift. Sarah is representing the hand that Richard has. Audrey can't call. No, Audrey can't call. Oh, she paired her jack, and she thinks it's good. That is such a gift for Richard. I've got the king high flush.
3 calls.
Yes. And he's going to pick up 25,000 chips in that pot.
6, 5.
Ooh. That was a mistake on Audrey's part. She should have folded on the turn. And then when she hit top pair, yeah, that was just a tough one for her.
Toby, do you remember what I told you? Okay. I think that sounds right.
Jason Johnson says, time for those tight images to start pushing back. I do agree with that, but I don't think they're images. They are tight players. Richard with the king high flush, and he just calls. He could have shoved and got another. What did he have? 8,400, something like that. He could have got another 800 out of those 2 players. Richard now has the king and the king. Unfortunately for him, nobody else has anything. We haven't seen Dennis's cards. Dennis has an ace tray. It's going to go raise, fold, fold, fold. 2,000 is a bet. That's a nice bet, Richard. Good job. Wow, Ryan's just going to call with a jack deuce. This is going to be bad for Ryan. And Dennis isn't much ahead of Ryan. But Ryan is in really bad shape. Dennis flops nothing. He can get away from it. Richard's got top set. If he's good enough to just check right now.
3 bets, 3,000.
Okay. Dennis, you got to fold now. Show the kings. Show 3 kings. Another 5,000 to Richard Stack. Toby, we have a new player in the 8 seat under the gun.
8 full. 9 full. 10 full. 1 full. 2 call. 3 full. 5 full. 6 call. 7 checks.
I would have lost a lot more also, Jason. I'm not positive which hand you're talking about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, whenever you saw that hand. All right, back to the action. Audrey has bottom pair flush draw. Ryan has top pair. He bet 1,600. She came along. He needs to dodge a spade, and he did not. He's drawing dead now. She's going to fire
2 bets,
2,000.
2,000. 6 full.
Easy fold by Ryan. He doesn't think about it. Top pair is no good when she's leading out. All right, just for fun, I jumped on my website. Let's show a picture of here's Audrey. This is when she won. Oops, don't know what I did there. That's when she won her seat to this tournament. And here's a little picture of Richard. There's Richard right there. Now, my boy Josh here, he bagged 99,000, and Wayne over here bagged 94,000. We had a bust out right here, and Richard's playing right now. So that's those 4 players. Earlier, we had Jeremy. He busted out yesterday. I don't think Mike made it, and I don't think this guy, I'm blanking on his name right now, but I don't think he made it here this weekend either. So, out of the, what do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people who won their seats.
8 folds.
3 of them have already bagged, and 4 of them are playing right now. And I've only lost 2 of them. So 9 people played, 2 of them busted, 3 of them bagged, and 4 are playing right now. I like my shots. Let's take a quick look at the stack size again. So we got Richard up at the top this time with 43,000. Audrey lost just a little bit. She's down in 3rd place at the feature table. Now there's 5 more tables going on in the background. So being first place right here doesn't really mean a lot yet. There's a lot of play left.
5 full. 6 full.
You can actually still register if you can get down here in the next 40 minutes. You can jump into this tournament.
8 full.
$150 will get you 25,000 chips.
9 folds.
Jacob, sensing the passive table image, is going to start raising aggressively. And you can see he just overtook Richard by 200 chips. Sarah lost that big one. She's down to 21,000. Audrey's still at 43,000
1 fold.
with the ace 10,
3 fold.
and it is the best hand.
5 fold. 6 fold.
I don't hate Jacob's call with the suited king
8 fold.
in the cutoff. He has position. Sarah getting a discount from the small blind is going to call with the deuce tray suited. And Cindy wraps the table. Jacob hits everything. He's got top pair. He's got the flush draw. Audrey's going to bet out with ace high. So much for her tight image.
7 bets 35.
He raises it 2,000 more. Audrey is very sticky. She's going to call. She needs an ace or a queen that's not a club, and she got it. Oh, Audrey, this is why people hate to play with you. Now Jacob has top pair and a flush draw. Audrey has the nut straight. Wow! Oh, wow! How do you fold the nuts? The king high flush draw, Jacob. She bet 10,000 is how I see it, but oh my goodness. So she calls with one over card and a gut shot against the flush draw. She rails it and picks up all the chippies again. That puts her back at the top of the leaderboard with 49,600. Tim's got pocket tens in middle position. He's going to make it 2,500 to go. And I don't know if he's going to run into any resistance until he hits Sarah with the suited connectors, gets away from it. Cindy with the ace-5 suited. I think she calls with a suited ace. She's also got, nope, she's not going to. She doesn't like it at all, and Dennis is going to get away from it. I thought Cindy might come along with the suited ace, but she did not.
She didn't go 16, 18. I thought I had me. Well, you.
Small big. Three folds. Bets 22, 6 fold, 7 fold, 8 fold.
Dennis with the ace king in the small blind. He really, Tim is just making a move with deuce tray offsuit. Maybe he thinks if he makes it enough, these guys will all fold and he'll pick up Dennis and Audrey's blinds. And Dennis is having none of it, and neither is Audrey now. She's like, I've got the queen nine. Let's see a flop. That did not work out the way Tim planned it at all. Now plan B comes in. He has to hit a tray or a deuce. Didn't do it. Dennis has top pair, top kicker, first to act. He's going to fire at it. Now Audrey's got that old gut shot. She needs a jack. Is she going to come along? She hates to fold. It's no fun to fold. What if a jack comes? No, she's going to let it go. And Tim has nothing to do with this hand anymore. He was making a move and it didn't work. So he's going to Hollywood for a little bit, pretending he has a really, really hard decision, but the 3 high goes in the muck.
about time I get to see it.
5 fold, 6 fold, 7 fold, 8 fold, 9 fold, 10 fold, 1 fold. 2 calls, 3 checks, 2 players. Two bets 8. And 3 folds. Big blind.
Did you drink some of the drink for me too?
I did.
Yeah.
6 folds, 7 folds.
Ace queen for Toby. He's going to raise it up.
8 bets, 25.
2,500 chips.
10 fold, 1 fold.
It's going to fold around. And unless Tim decides to defend with the king 9 in the big blind, he's not going to. So Toby just picks up a quick 2,000 chips. With the best hand, he did well there. So we're almost 90 minutes into this feature table, and all 3 of my guys are still there. Audrey, Richard, top 2. Dennis right in the middle of the pack with 30,000 chips.
Seven folds. 8 fold. 9 fold. 10 fold. 1 fold. 2 calls.
Steve just popped his head in and said, "Oh my goodness, you're here by yourself. Let me go find somebody."
5 folds.
So you're going to have some interesting commentary shortly, hopefully. There goes Steve looking for somebody. The Q and the Jack need some help,
2 bets 8.
and she just fires at it. Ryan's got bottom pair. He called 800. If she fires again, it's going to work. Yes, Audrey with the queen high, nothing.
6 calls.
Ooh, it didn't work. 2,000. Oh, well, now it's tough.
Checks. I didn't think he checked. 6 checks.
Check, check. Ryan's just going to pick up the pot with a pair of 3s. Oh! Oh! I missed that. She bet something. I don't know what, but he folded. Atta girl, Audrey. I thought it went check, check. Oh. Ryan said you saved me from making a move. So I don't know if she bet out of turn or it's never an angle with Audrey. She wasn't trying to pull a fast one. She might have accidentally bet out of turn, but it won her the pot because Ryan said he was going to make a move. And now Ryan's got the ace king in the small blind. He's not going to run into any resistance. Really a tough spot for Ryan because he's got Jacob on his direct left, and Jacob seems to be the most aggressive player at the table.
7 calls.
So it's going to be really tough to play with you're handcuffed with Jacob on your direct left. Jacob flops the open-ended. Ryan flops the gut shot. He needs the 10. Jacob needs an 8 or a king. Ryan continues his bet. That's not going to help anybody, but I think it's going to go check. Jacob could bet at this. I would if I was Jacob. I'd throw 3K out there. 5. He a little bit higher, and it's going to work. As much as Ryan hates losing with ace king, it is the right fold, and Jacob's not going to show. You out? Nobody can hear you. You can talk. All right. Yes, these noise canceling headphones. Nobody can hear you except for they can just hear me. I thought you were coming to commentate with me. No? All right. I got.
Nine folds, 10 folds, 1 call.
Yeah, anytime. Cash app's good anytime.
2 call,
That's fine.
3 fold.
All right. Player busted out. ATM was out of money, so he had to borrow second entry. Ace Queen for Toby back in the action. In the big blind.
8 bets.
Limps around to him. He should 38. That's a good big bet. It's almost 5x, which is a really big bet, but when 5 people limp in, I like it. And he's just going to pick up all that dead money, 3,200 to his stack. Good job, Toby. One more hand in this level of 400, 800, and then we go to 500, 1,000. You have 31 minutes plus a 15-minute break to get down here and enter this tournament. $150 buy-in. I'm guessing $40,000, $45,000 prize pool. First place around 8,000, 9,000. That's a good weekend. Ryan is frustrated. I mean, he's zigging when he should be zagging, and I hate when I'm doing that. He's got 7s now. Let's see what he does now. He might. I don't know him at all, so I don't know if he's prone to going on tilt and making mistakes. But right now, he's a cutoff with pocket 7s. He's going to raise it to 3,000. He's got Jacob on his direct left. Remember what we said about Jacob, the most aggressive player at the table with ace-jack. He's going to call. Now with 7s, you really don't like any flop that doesn't have a 7 in it. Sarah's going to fold. Dennis is going to fold. We've got a fair fight, 7-7 versus ace-jack. 53-47. It does not get much closer than that. There's an ace right on the window. And Ryan just loses again. And he's really not making any mistakes. He's just, oh, yes, genius. Sorry, Jacob. I was just rooting for my boy Ryan for just a minute. Beautiful, beautiful. Jacob knows he stepped in a trap. Can he get away from it now? What did you raise with? You didn't raise with 9-10. You didn't raise with 4-5. Do you have a flush draw? Do you have ace queen, ace king? Are we chopping it with ace jack? These are all the questions that Jacob's thinking right now. And he did call. He's in rough shape. He's drawing dead. There's Ryan. He zagged when he should be zagging. Nice little double up. He's going to feel better. I feel great for Ryan right now. He just had a couple of hands not go his way, and that one went all the way his way. Sorry, Jacob. But I predict with 22K, 30 minutes left in this level. Before you leave the table, Jacob, I'm going to say right now you're going to have 50K. I'll take the over on 50K if anybody wants to bet me. Jump in my Facebook chat and say it.
Computer doesn't like
I do like Toby's game. For the 90 minutes I've watched him play. All right, a lot of nothing means
1 fold, 2 fold, 3 fold.
yeah. Whoever takes a stab at this is going to pick it up because nobody has anything. Ryan's all pumped up. He's going to run over and tweet out he just doubled up with a set of sevens.
9 fold,
check. Got a
10
corner.
checks,
Yeah.
I mean, he was started in the corner. We'll find a better corner.
Cindy flops bottom pair in the big blind. She's just going to lead out, and Toby's going to just fold.
10 bets, 2,000.
Yeah.
8 folds. Blind on 9. Blind right.
There's my man Richard in the background, sitting in that 3 seat. He's got another half hour to show his kids and grandkids how to play poker. 41,000 up from a 25K starting stack. Audrey, 52,000 from a 25K starting stack. Thanks to that flush and that straight she hit. Hello. It's fabulous. Are you going to come commentate?
2 folds,
Excellent.
3 folds.
It's a great idea. I've been here for 90 minutes and I'm boring myself.
8 folds.
Is Julian?
And call.
She's still in? Okay. Now these are noise canceling headphones, so unless you have the mic right there, if somebody walks in and starts talking to us, we can't hear them at all.
Okay.
So you just want to speak right into the microphone, otherwise I'll get texted, nobody can hear you. When Joel was in here, I got a lot of texts. I can't hear that other guy. Well, it's Joel. He's soft-spoken, and he's got the microphone away from his mouth. So, really fun. You've seen this before, right? The backside of the commentary booth?
Some,
You
yeah.
watch everybody play. Now, I told everybody at home, Audrey plays in my bar league in the 2 seat. Richard in the 3 seat plays in my bar league, and in the 1 seat, Dennis plays in my bar league. All 3 of those won their way into this tournament through my bar league, along with Wayne and Kimmy.
Yeah.
Wayne won his way in also. He bagged 94,000. And a kid named Josh, who you probably don't know out of the Thief River area, he bagged 99,000 yesterday. So my bar league's representing in Fargo.
Richard's wife was here cheering for him.
Yeah,
watching
you were
it
sitting
live.
out there watching in the lobby with Richard's
Yep,
wife.
she was pretty excited.
Yeah, she knows nothing about poker, but she was excited. She let me take her phone and text her group chat to her family back home how to watch it.
Yep, she's having fun watching now that he picked up a few hands. And
Yes, the kings, and were a big hand for him. All right, here's Audrey with the ace. She doesn't fold an ace. She's got the 8-high flush draw. I'll give you odds she's going to come along because she's got an ace and a flush draw, and I would have lost that bet. She fools me every time. Every time I think she's going to fold, she puts chips in. And every time I think she's going to call, she just lets it go. So that was a good fold, Audrey. I didn't think you had, didn't you? But that was a good fold, Audrey. She calls with a gut shot. Ace, Jack on a king high 2 club boards. The guy has a king and a flush draw. He bets big on the flop. She calls, needs an ace or a queen that's not a club. Queen of spades on the turn. She bets 10,000.
I caught that, and the flush draw folded.
And he folds it. I'm like, wow, I'm losing chips right now.
Yep,
You caught that from the lobby?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, it was super fun. All right, here's a good hand. Dennis with queens. He's never folding. Cindy with tens. She's never folding. Dennis is just going to double up, and Cindy's going to be down to 20K. That's how this story ends.
8 fold, 9 fold.
He's going to go raise. Unless Dennis loses his mind and puts all of his chips in
1 call.
pre-flop, and he doesn't. He just calls. He's so sneaky. He plays out of Bagley. Do you recognize Dennis?
I played with him before. I didn't know where he
Yeah.
played out of, but
Yeah, he plays out of Bagley, goes down to Monoman a lot. I'm pretty sure this is his first 701 tour tournament. Oh, that's going to slow everything down. To be fair, I'm making fun of everyone.
10 fold.
Wow. Wow. Oh. So. Oh, he hates the spot. You got 2 queens and it comes out ace. This is why you raise pre-flop, Dennis. This is why you 3-bet pre-flop. I mean, I fold here. Obviously, queens are no good when a guy bets into you with the ace and
Right.
the king on the flop. So painful. You can tell he doesn't want to lay down the queens because queens are such a bad hand, but it was the right fold. I mean, it was shows the bluff.
oh,
Rubs it
Oh.
in. Oh, rubs it in.
Now I kind of want to hear what they're talking about.
So they call the deuce tray the Timmy. I don't know the backstory behind that. I know they call it the dirty diaper, the offsuit deuce tray, but and the suited deuce tray is called the diaper. I learned that last week over in Devil's Lake when I was streaming for the Rough Rider tour. They told me that. I'd never heard it before. But oh my goodness.
8 fold. 9 fold, 10 fold. 1 call. 2 call. 3
Are you on Twitter at all, Nick?
what was that?
Are you on Twitter at all? You want to give a shout out, let people follow you, or not really?
I'm not.
You don't do any of the socials?
I try and stay away as much as I can.
Nick Boyum in the booth with me. Eric Anderson, if I haven't told you my name yet, you should know me. This is my setup, The Feature Table, on Twitter and Facebook and Twitch and YouTube, The Feature Table. Follow along, poker tournaments,
5 fold.
streaming, live stream.
1 call.
Nick doesn't do much of anything.
It's true. It's true.
Nothing. You got a little bit of the Facebook, and that's about it.
That's true.
And I think you're just a creeper on Facebook. You don't actually post a whole lot.
Not very often.
No.
No.
You're a mystery man. Richard calls 1,000 with top pair. No, Richard bet 1,000 and Dennis called him with a king high. What are you doing, Dennis?
3 checks.
I don't know what Dennis is thinking. He's going to bluff at it now? It's not going to work. I mean, a jack is a straight. A queen with a better kicker. It is going to work. Wow, Dennis. Dennis, and he shows the bluff, and they all laugh along. It's funny, except for I don't think Richard's laughing. They're having fun at the feature table now. Let's start showing bluffs. See, he just got bluffs, so now he's got to bluff somebody to balance the scales.
True. True.
Poor Richard was the victim of Dennis needing to balance the scales. Ryan, 51,000 chips. He's up at the top of the leaderboard now.
Well, we could have split then,
Ryan did a straight double. He had sevens he raised. Jacob in the 7 seat, the most aggressive player at the tables in his big blind. Or I don't remember if he was big blind, whatever. Anyway, he calls with ace jack. Flop comes out ace high. It goes check, check. Turns a 7. Check. Jacob bets his ace. And Ryan just piles it all in for like 20,000. And Jacob's like, oh,
No.
I call? I mean, are you on a flush draw? Do you know? It's like ace 5, 6, 7. And he's like, you didn't raise pre-flop with 8, 9. You didn't do it with 3, 4. Do you have a bet? Ace, king, ace, queen beats me. But I guess I'm just going to pay you with my ace, jack. And he was drawing dead. So that's where Ryan got all of his chips. He was having a bad run prior to that. Like, it just wasn't working. Everything he did was wrong. You know, he folded when he should have called. He called when he should have folded. He check call, let them get there twice. And I mean, it just one of those days. And then he turned it around with those set of sevens. And then they're going to just check it down, and Toby's going to pick up 6K with pocket twos. Toby's new to the table, so I haven't seen him a lot yet. 17 minutes left of this level, and of this break, and of registration. Did you bag? Or did you
I did
just-
not.
Okay, sorry to rub that in.
Played very few hands, ran horrible.
That's always fun. Are you going to jump into the Survivor later, or the $100 Turbo? I guess you're not playing that because you're sitting here with me.
I did play a Survivor. That went pretty good.
That went well. All right. Well, last night or today?
What was that?
Last night or today you played
Today.
a Survivor?
Today.
Okay. I wasn't sure if they had any running out there yet. There was a big list, but good. For those of you who do not know, in the charity world you don't have cash games, so what they do is they have a Survivor, which is essentially a 3-hour cash tournament where you just buy in for your $300, and then when you cash out whatever chips you have, you cash out for that much money. You survive the tournament, so they call it a Survivor. It's technically a tournament, but it's really a cash game. And they usually have them running in the background. They're just, you sign up to play as soon as they get 9 players, or do they go 10-handed? Regardless, you get 9 or 10 players, sign up, and then they play the Survivor for 3 hours. Cindy's not at the table, so her hand's going to be dead. Yep, Sarah's looking to see, and your hand's dead. Richard with 2 5s. Richard's whole family's watching. Dennis has got the 8s. Richard's got the 5s. Dennis just bluffed Richards, and Richard, I thought he might be willing to fight back a little bit, but no.
Not at all.
And Dennis just picks up the blinds and antes. The only one who maybe should have called was Richard. It was the right fold with 2 5s. 2 5s, you don't like any flop that doesn't have a 5 in it. 59 entries. I'm not sure if they've updated the clock or not for Flight 1D. Let's just do math really quickly. I believe we had 53 on 1A, plus 83 on 1B, plus I think 88 on 1C, plus, what did we say, 59? We're at 283 so far, times, like, let's go 100 and I think it's 120 is $34,000 prize pool,
It's pretty
if
good.
that's accurate. If my math is all accurate, I think that's a pretty good prize pool for a $150 tournament this weekend.
True.
With a great structure, way better than a $150 tournament should have. 30-minute levels. They're not skipping anything.
7 bets.
2-day tournament. I have the same tournament in Bemidji, and it's over in 6 hours. They have it over here, and it's over in 2 days.
9 folds.
Jacob picks up the most aggressive guy at the table, and he's going to pick up the most pots. I'm going to pull up the aggression frequency after you guys get a chance to see that stack size. Ryan with his 47,000 after that big hand he just picked up. Whoop, let me hit that again. Aggression frequency. Here's pre-flop raising, and here's aggression. Ryan 33, Jacob 32. Now Jacob's is a little bit of a, Jacob's is correct. Toby's, I was going to say, is a false stat because he showed up late, and so if he raised once out of 3 hands, it's going to show 33%, and he only raised one time. Dennis with the kings, Ryan with the aces. Well, Dennis, nobody can blame you for going broke right now. When you run kings into aces, you just give them all your chips. Where are the aces?
They disappeared.
10 calls.
Okay. He didn't have aces. That was a misread.
10 checks.
Sixes against kings. This is a great flop for pocket sixes. What else do you want? 4, 5, 5. Let's go. I mean, Dennis makes a 2K. Cindy calls, and she's like, I love this. I beat ace king. I beat ace queen. But, oh, no. You know what it was? Ryan had aces, but he was off checking his phone.
Oh, no.
Ryan,
Oh.
you would have got all of Dennis's chips. Bad time to check your phone, buddy. Oh, oh no, Ryan. Well, Dennis, you still have 35,000 simply because Ryan went and checked his phone. Oh my goodness.
I just see her 5.
What a bad I could see her 5s, Dennis just said. Well, she didn't have 5. She had 6s. I guess I don't know what he said. That's what it sounded like, but he might not have said that. He might have said something else about 5s. Because it came out 4, 5, 5. I don't know. I like Dennis. He's a fun guy. Everybody at home thinks I'm still in the commentator's booth alone.
I am pretty quiet today.
But at least I'm not boring myself anymore. Richard and Cindy with the spades. Cindy's getting after it too. She's playing pretty aggressive.
10 checks.
Richard has the ace. No kicker. He's going to bet at it regardless.
6 bets 3,000. 10 fold.
Pete just texted me, whoever is in the booth with you is barely audible. At least on my feed. No, that's correct, Pete. He's a quiet gentleman here. He does his commentary like he does his Facebook. He just does a lot of watching. So what are the plans? You got any tournaments coming up you're going to or anything? You live in Monoman, right?
True.
Do they have poker yet?
Right on the highway. Right across from the Shooting Star.
All right. Do they have cash games yet at Monoman?
They are definitely, they made space for the tables, and it's definitely coming back. They don't have an exact date narrowed down.
Are they going to be back in that room? Because for like 10 years, they just kept moving it from room to room.
Yeah, it won't be in a room. It'll be at the end of the
Just at the
blackjack
end of the
tables. Yeah.
Okay. That's not my favorite, but it's better than nothing. It's better than Northern Lights, which did not bring it back.
It is a space just off of the pits. It's not part of the pit,
Okay,
but
okay, that's good.
close to the end of the
Like
pits.
Cedar Lakes,
Yes.
where it's just like
Yes,
close
exactly
to the
like
pits.
Cedar Lakes.
All right. That's not the worst thing. Not the best thing. I'd rather be in a room, but if that's what you've got, that's what I'll take.
Right.
A lot of good hands now. We got the ace 6 suited, we got the king 9 suited, we got the ace deuce suited, we got the king jack suited, diamonds and spades all over the place. The queen jack.
6 calls.
4K raise, and we've got 4 players into the flop. Queen Jack, how do you fold with all this money on there? 15K, you're getting 5 to 1 on your call. 15K in the pot, it only costs you 3 more. Dennis raised it 4K with ace-6, getting after it. And all hearts come out, which is no surprise. Dennis hits the ace. Audrey and Ryan both hit the king. 3 hearts is going to scare everybody except for Dennis, who's just going to fire 5,000. Audrey's not liking to fold a king right now, but I think she will. Which is, you know, the right fold when Dennis leads and then, you know, he raises the She's like, oh, I don't want to. I hate folding a pair.
She is definitely putting too much thought into that.
Yeah. What did she say? Good fold. I think Ryan's going to probably just. How much do you have left? Too much. Yeah, if Ryan gets it in right now, he's going to show the king, entice Dennis to show his ace, which he will. Dennis got bluffed. Oh, you were here for that one. With the ace-king flop when Dennis folded queens? No? So, it's 10s against queens, and all of a sudden Ryan's in there with a deuce-3. Flop comes out ace, king, whatever, and he fires at it. 10s fold. And Dennis is sitting there with queens. What do you do when an ace, king, blank comes out and the guy fires at it and you're holding 2 queens? Well, you just let him go. So that was, and then he showed the deuce tray. Good times, good times. Stupid game. Jacob's got the ace, king now in the 7th seat, the most aggressive player with the best hand. He might get paid on this one. Dennis is going to call. He's got 2 face cards. He's not trying to fold face cards right now. Oh, he did. Showing some discipline, Dennis. Audrey lets go of her ace rag, and Richard's going to fold the queen 10, which I expected. The only one I didn't expect was Dennis folding 2 face cards.
Yeah.
Wow. 6 more minutes in this level, guys. About 3 more hands. Ryan, Dennis, Audrey up at the top of the leaderboard. Cindy, Toby, Richard right in the middle. Jacob and Tim and Sarah down at the bottom.
Richard might get to limp in with an ace-3 here.
Yeah. Just calls 1,000. All right, Tim's like, okay, let me see a flop. I hope there's not a 3 in it. 9, 9, 8. Checkity, check, check. Whoever bets it, this one's going to win it. King. I think Tim picks it up. Nope, not yet. All right, if it's a blank, Tim's going to fire. He can't check 3 times. Oh, Richard's going to fire. Good job, Richard. That's going to immediately win.
I did not expect that.
I did not either. Oh, Dennis calls with ace high.
Wow.
And he's right.
Wow.
Dennis correctly calls with ace high.
I didn't expect either
I
to
didn't
take place.
see either of those things. I would have put money that Tim's going to steal that from these 2 guys. And Richard puts out the steal. It might have been a value call from Dennis. Just like, well, I got an ace. Let's go. Picking off all bluffs. If the other players are... Now, they're going to leave the feature table, but they're going to still be at the same table together. So other people that are seeing Dennis is picking off with ace, no kicker. I'm not trying to bluff him anymore. Not that situation where it goes check, check, let's try to bluff. Not going to work against Dennis. On the other hand, it will work if you actually have a hand. Let's go check, check, bet. And Dennis is going to call you off with ace high.
9 fold. 10 raise. 3,000. 1 fold.
Ace 9 suited makes it 3,000. Cindy in the 10 seat. King Jack. Now Tim and Cindy know each other, so he gets rid of it. Ryan is definitely just calling to make a move, right? 9-3. There's no value in 9-3, but that brings Toby along because now he's getting odds to call. Ryan's just calling to make a move. He's first to act. He's going to fire any flop, and he happens to flop top pair. Unfortunately for him, Cindy also flops top pair with a better kicker. I think Ryan's plan the whole time was I've got live cards and I'm just going to bet any flop.
10 bets. 6,000.
She makes it 6. Ryan's like, you didn't hit that, I hit that.
6 calls.
Another 6. They both have 2 pair now.
6 checks.
Ryan has 1 out in the deck, and that's another 6 to chop it. So she showed the 9. Ryan said, well, yeah, I had the 9. I had a 3 kicker. I definitely should have done something several minutes ago. Yes, tell Steve to grab somebody and tell him to come over. I'll actually go do that. Be right back.
Eight fold.
Go back to your table.
Nine fold. 10 bets. 4,000. 1 fold. 2 folds. 3 folds. Let's go. 5 folds. 6 folds. Checks. 10 bets. 6. 7 folds.
Anything exciting happened that last hand? Oh, this is the last hand. I made it. I had to quickly go out there and grab my next table and tell them on break, rack up your chips and come over here. So we're getting one hand in while everybody else is on break. That's going to mess up my table, but that's okay. It's all for fun. Let's go. All right, 10. Cindy in the 10 seat has pocket 9s and makes it 3,000. I don't think she's going to get any resistance until Jacob might with the suited ace deuce in the small blind. He's getting a discount. He might come along. I don't think Toby will. Everybody else is going to break.
Cindy had pocket queens the last hand. Jacob had ace deuce. He came along with ace deuce of clubs last hand, hit a deuce and folded on the flop.
All right.
2 players.
Against Cindy again?
Against Cindy.
All right. Round 2. Ooh. Jacob hits all of it. And he checks.
10 checks.
Checks back. Check again?
7
Yeah.
check 10.
Check. Oh, snap check. She's good for showdown. But now you have to bet 1,000.
7 bets, 5,000.
5,000. That's too much.
little aggressive.
Oh, and it
Oh,
worked.
and it worked, yeah.
Oh, beautiful over bet. Oh my goodness. Well played, Jacob. Make it look like you're trying to steal it, and she snaps you off with 2 9s. That look. I would have went for value for 1,000, but he's like 5. I'm bluffing,
Yes.
and
it
she's wow. Well played, Jacob. Good job. All right, we'll see you guys in 15 minutes with a whole new table. I have to tweet out the new table. 15 minutes. Thank you. It's more fun for me to talk to somebody instead of just to myself. And hey, Julie's going to be here next. You're like, all right. Let's get down here, grab this stack. Copy.
Send the rest to you.